You probably remember that we mentioned yesterday on the show that I remember having the t-shirts.
Yeah, and I remember my mother having the original soundtrack. Well, here we are, I almost hate to say it, 50 years later celebrating the golden anniversary of Jesus Christ Superstar.
But we are, and that's fantastic. Next weekend, you can see a production of the play on a stage near you. We would like to introduce to you this afternoon. This is Sharon Benchoff. She is the director of Jesus Christ Superstar. It's being put on by the Community Players of Salisbury, and this is Joshua Smith, who has the role of Jesus. Guys, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Yeah,
for sure. Thank you for having us.
So, this is huge. This is an iconic play that a lot's been done with. Are you happy that you're able to do this here locally?
Absolutely, absolutely. As you said, it's iconic, and most directors have a list, at least mentally, going through their mind of shows that they want to direct, and this has always been there for me.
For those who may not be familiar with the story, can you give us just a quick overview?
Sure. So this is the last week of Jesus' life, and there was a lot of controversy when it was first released in 1971, and that's primarily because it's combining lots of pieces from several of the 4 different Gospels. So there's a little bit of Matthew, a little bit of Mark, a little bit of Luke and John. And then there's a couple things that Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice, correct, that kind of tweaked a couple things. So there's a couple of the scriptures that are kind of twisted a little bit. But it is essentially the last week of Jesus' life, beginning with the Sermon on the Mount and ending with the crucifixion.
Joshua, can I ask you, what's it like for you to play Jesus?
It's surreal. I can't think of another word to say it as, of people just looking at you wide-eyed, because they're performing just as much as you are.
Right.
There's a lot of weight and importance to it, and I just hope that I can invoke enough that it incites some sort of experience that people can connect to.
Those are some big sandals to fill.
Yes, some very big sandals.
So how does Joshua get into the mindset to play Jesus? I mean, where do you go?
A couple different places. I try to find like the key moments that I think I personally connect to from growing up and reading and learning. I think of the key changes of what Andrew Lloyd Webber put in, and try to hit the points and connect the dots, if that makes sense. So what was he thinking at the Last Supper? What was he thinking in Gethsemane? What was he thinking during when the 39 lashes happened? So a lot of times, if you allow yourself to think what you would think in that moment, it's enough to take you to that place, if that makes sense.
Oh my God! Oh, absolutely it does. Absolutely. Thank you for that, because I've always wondered, you know, what's it like for the actor?
Yeah, sure.
So, Sharon, let me ask you. You said this was on your list to direct. Have you come across any incredible things that you had to overcome, challenges that you had to?
I have been very fortunate, actually, with the cast that I have, with my production crew and everyone that's working on the show. It's a very cohesive job, and here's my vision, and it's working out wonderfully well.
You do have an incredible cast.
I do.
She has an incredible team, too. There's an amazing amount of people that have come together to put this show on. It's really a pleasure to be a part of, and I'm glad she picked me.
All right, so when can folks see it?
It will be next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 17th, 18th, and 19th, and it's at Y High Auditorium in Salisbury.
Jesus Christ Superstar. Awesome. Sharon Benchoff, the director. Joshua Smith plays Jesus, and they're both with the Community Players of Salisbury. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
For sure. Thank you for having us.
Appreciate it.